eating a meal, a succulent Chinese meal. Get your hand off my penis! And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the show. This is not your first episode. I know it, because I can see every time that you listen to the episode, I have the IP addresses logged of every device that listens to this show. And that's why I know that fancy world leaders and everybody who is important in the global sphere listens to this show.
Who do you think gave President Biden the IP address of that Taliban leader he killed?
Yeah, but we don't have to get into that.
We shouldn't get into that. We're on an NDA.
Yeah, we should, Well, maybe one day we'll be
just saying, maybe it was us, maybe not. You don't know that.
You don't know, and you can't prove it. Anyway, this show, Midwest Scumbags, Truth Island arc. I'm Elliot, he's Skylar. We're here, and we invite you to take a brief respite from your day. We know that you're walking around in the world. You have a mask on. You're telling everybody who you think you are, who you want to be. Let the veil down for a bit and just be real. Just be real with us, because we're going to be real with you. And that's our promise. That is our...
It's our guarantee. You can only
guarantee.
speak the truth on Truth Island.
Can only speak the truth. And that's where we are. We're broadcasting live from Truth Island right now. Whenever you're listening to this, it's live. That's because we're just constantly talking. We're
always
hammocks.
live. We never sleep.
Always live. Yeah. Why? I mean, fucking, we'll sleep when we're dead, Fuck that shit, dude. Who needs to fucking sleep? I have been sleeping very poorly the last, month and a half. It's been ridiculous.
We've talked about this before, Elliot. All you have to do is abuse diphenhydramine. That's the key to sleeping good every single night. Either that or cough syrup. I mean, it's one of the two.
That was my backup, was just a bottle of Robitussin, and you put on some some ambient rain sounds, and that's how you fall asleep. I do have an ambient noise app on my phone that I play, and I feel like it helps a little bit, just because now that I'm used to it,
Oh, sure. I mean, I sleep with white noise, too. I need it. I need a fan. It doesn't have to be blowing on me, but just the sound of it is enough. It's just white noise, background noise.
Nice. I have this one, shout out to, it's called Rain, and R-A-I-N, and, I mean, it has a bunch of rain sounds. It has a bunch of, right now the cicadas are going off IRL, but they have a Mississippi at night sound that's just a bunch of cicadas. Ooh. Yeah. And there's a premium version that I'm just not willing to pay for yet, because they give away they don't give away, but they have a free premium sound that they do every day. And
is it like some Dolby Atmos 5.1 surround sound,
Possibly.
Just some high fidelity audio that's fed into your earbuds.
I wish, dude. I need to get some better Bluetooth earbuds. I had a pair, and I lost one, so now I only have the left one. And now they're getting old enough where you put them in the case and you close the case and they're supposed to charge, but they don't push all the way down to charge now. So I have.
That's because you bought some shitty third-party earphones and not the Apple branded Apple. Super awesome $400 for a pair of fucking earbuds without any cord on them that you can lose very easily. Very, very easily. In my job experience with where I work, I've discovered at least two. Not from the same pair. But yeah, people just have them in their ear when they're walking around or doing whatever and drop them, and I only had one guy. He used his actual, like, whatever, locate me app to find them.
Oh, yeah.
But the other person never came back for him, so they're just still sitting in lost and found.
So you just have some free fucking Apple-branded Apple earplugs.
I mean, it's like the first gen.
Oh.
So they probably upgraded, I mean. Or it was a child that lost them, and the parents were like, whatever, $100.
Yeah,
$100.
they brought their kid home and just beat the shit out of him for losing $120 fucking headphones.
I mean, it is a good lesson, to be honest. Like, that shit's expensive.
Dude,
back in my day, it was like, if your game console broke, then you weren't gonna get another one until the next thing came out.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. When I was working at the movie theater, it was like over one of the Christmases that I worked, some fucking kid brought in his like brand new Nintendo Switch into the movie theaters, and I was like, okay, I get it. I don't want to fucking watch whatever stupid gay Disney shit my family brought me to. Like, I'd rather be playing my Switch. But he lost it. But he fucking lost it.
Oh,
and then,
shit.
like, they came back and they were just like, oh, did anybody turn in a Nintendo Switch? No! Nobody's gonna turn in a fucking Nintendo Switch.
No.
Are you fucking kidding
Hell
me?
no.
On Christmas? Like, yeah, right. I'm sure it had the case and, like, a handful of games, too. Like, brand new
Whose
Christmas
fault is that,
gift.
really? Whose fault? Is that the child's fault, or is that the parent's fault?
It's that child who stopped playing his Nintendo Switch during the movie because somebody complained, and we had to go in and tell him to stop playing his fucking Nintendo Switch during the movie.
That's different.
And then it didn't remember it, I guess. Like, that's...
Well, neither did the parents. I mean, I would remember that. And neither did the parents. I mean, I would remember that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I spent
right.
$300 fucking dollars on a handheld game console, then my child, a brand new one that he probably just opened up that morning, that we've probably been hiding from him for the past month and a half or 2 months because money's been tight and I need to pay the goddamn electric bill, but my kid wants a Nintendo Switch, so I buy him a Nintendo Switch and then he fucking loses it in an AMC movie theater because, I mean, need I go on?
No. I can see that you're getting heated. I also would be heated in that situation, man. That's why I didn't have children, because I know that one day they're gonna fucking lose the Nintendo Switch that I buy them, and I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna be like, are you fucking kidding me? This console cost me like a full week's worth of back-breaking labor.
And yeah, I bought the warranty, but turns out Nintendo doesn't have any sort of, like, location system for their handheld console.
Of course they don't. They don't have a fucking decent online platform. Why the fuck would they have a system to where, like, hey, this is the family console. We know that children and their grubby little fingers are gonna drop it and lose it, and you're gonna fucking be out of $400 at least, but there's no way to fucking find it when you're done, and, like, we're not gonna tell you if
they'll tell you when someone connects it to Wi-Fi. They'll tell you when the person that stole it starts using it. But
I mean, if you have, like, two-party authentication, right?
I don't think they have two-factor. Well, that sucked.
Yeah, we haven't had that happen in a solid 10 to 15 episodes, but anyway, whatever. We're back, folks. Truth Island. We're
For you, it'll feel like no time at all.
Exactly. A little bit of audio recording magic, and you're not even gonna know. So, whatever. Welcome back to the show. We were talking about how Nintendo sucks dick, and not in a good way. Not in a good way,
no.
So, whatever, If you lose a Nintendo Switch was the context. Like, your child loses a Nintendo Switch. I don't know if I could handle that as a parent. I would be like, are you fucking kidding me? Do you not even know the value of $1? What are you, like, 4 years old? You
I might
probably watch
not be your dad, but I'm your dad. that kind of
because
thing.
you'd be a stepdad. Yeah. I mean, in today's climate, it's kind of hard not to be a stepdad. You know what I mean?
And I bought you a Nintendo Switch, and you lost it at a movie theater. Because I let you bring a Nintendo Switch to a movie theater. You know, it's everyone's at fault here, except for the movie theater.
Yeah, self-fulfilling prophecy. If you spend all that money for your child to play Paw Patrol, the Nintendo game, and you let them bring it to a public space on a busy, like a super fucking busy day, like, and they lose it, is it kind of your fault? Yeah, it's kind of your fault. So
it's also the child's fault.
It's also the child's fault, but it's also like you have 100% control of that child's life until they're like, I don't know, 14, 15, and then they start to hide shit from you, and they start to be sneaky and steal your cigarettes and go out with their friends late at night and not tell you. And I mean, maybe, I don't know what kids are like today, but that's what I was
I don't
like.
know. They probably do Fortnite dances and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Probably. Like, who
Smoking
learns how to
cigarettes.
dance? Yeah.
Your Juul pods. I guess you can't smoke Juul
Juuls.
pods anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you could still get them. I think they're slowly being, like, illegalized or whatever.
I mean, they got
it's
hit
called.
with a class action lawsuit. Like,
Oh, shit, for real?
retailers have,
Wow.
Yeah, like, they have to buy back all their stock. I don't know why, but, apparently that's a thing.
Damn, dude. I never really got into the Juul game, but
Lots of young people did. I mean, I won't call them children because they're 18 plus, and now you have to be 21 years old to smoke a cigarette in the United States. God bless America.
Yeah, just keep
Hallowed be
pushing
thy
that age
name.
limit up, man. Just keep pushing it back. That'll
Drink a
teach
beer
'em.
till you're 21. Can't smoke a cigarette till you're 21. Can't smoke weed till you're 21. At least where it's
right.
legal.
That's right. Not even medical weed. You still have to be 21.
Yep.
So it's too bad. It's too bad, bro. You can't do anything till you're 21, but then your brain isn't fully grown until you're 25. So like, you got to fit in as much brain damage as possible in those 4 years to make up for from 18 to 21 when you can't do any of those things,
Right,
legally,
yeah. Legally.
Like, that's gonna stop you. Come on.
Yeah, smoke meth, snort crack. You may as well. I mean, fuck it.
Drink bottles of Robitussin. They can't,
Can't
what are
hurt
they
you.
gonna do? It can't hurt you. Just bounce back. You're
gonna be like this
invincible.
forever.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna feel this good all the time. And you'll realize that when you're not feeling good, that's a bad time.
Yep, then your life starts to go downhill, and you might as well fucking buy a grave plot because you're dead. You're
Hedonism.
fucking dead, kiddo.
Hedonism, folks. That's the way. That's what God intended.
Mm-hmm. Epicurean delights, my friends. You fucking, if it feels good, it's the right thing to do. That's what Epicurus told us.
Because when you taste excess, I mean, everything after that just tastes like shit.
Honestly, it really does. I mean, I have this feeling every now and then that's just like, man, I fucking miss doing cocaine. Like, that shit was great. And now life in comparison is kind of shit, kind of sucks. But that's the wrong idea to have. I have a fucking addict mentality, you guys. I'm
Do
sorry.
cocaine. Snort
Do
cocaine. It's good.
Just
I mean, it's pretty good.
fucking snort coke.
I fucking played the entirety of A Link to the Past high on cocaine one night. That was awesome. That rocked. That fucking rocked. It was all I wanted to do, and I did it.
Fucking awesome, dude. So good. God.
Only good things to say about cocaine. I only have good things.
Yeah, I never took it to excess, so that's probably,
that's true.
And then like the days without it, the like 3 days immediately after it is just like grinding your teeth in the bathroom, and you're just like, I fucking hate everybody and everything.
I need cocaine. I need coke. I need it.
And then that fourth day hits, and you're like, I'm okay. I'm all right.
Yeah. By that
but those
point,
3 days are rough.
Way too much whiskey, because that's the only thing that's gonna make you come down.
Oh my god, you just drown it out, dude. I mean, fuck. Even then, and then the whiskey makes you stupid, and you're like, I fucking
gives you
hate
that water
everything
brain.
and everyone, and then you get the water brain, and you go out and you end up impregnating somebody, and then like 4 years later you're buying a Nintendo Switch online, and you're like, our kid is never gonna lose this. We're gonna teach him how to be smart and the value of $1, and you know how that ends.
Yeah, doesn't end well.
Doesn't end well. And that's the
that's why you shouldn't buy products from Nintendo. Just avoid that company at all costs.
Yeah. Even though they're getting the Persona games on the Switch finally, which is pretty sweet. I'm fucking stoked on that. I mean, like $1 billion. I don't know how Atlas had such a tight grip, or like Sony had such a tight grip on Atlas, on the Persona and the SMT games for forever. But,
Oh yeah.
I never picked
I mean,
up
SMT, that's
5.
always been like on Nintendo stuff, but Persona for sure, like.
I mean, all the offshoots of SMT.
Yes.
I think it started on PlayStation, though. I could be wrong.
No,
I could be wrong.
Yeah, well, I think it started on PC, actually.
On PC? Damn, dude. Shit,
Or like,
I didn't know it went back that far.
Like MSX.
That
the home computer
the Metal
in
Gear
Japan.
platform. Yeah. Damn. That makes sense that it goes back that far, but
yeah.
They're finally getting them, which is sick, which means I'm probably going to buy Persona 5R again, and Persona 4.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm stoked to be able to play Persona 3, and that's the one I haven't played. And
that's with Emo Jesus.
Yeah, Emo Jesus. Yeah.
I don't know any more than that. I just know that when they
the
summon
headphones.
their personas, they put a gun to their head and shoot themselves.
Yes. Yeah, that's the way they summon it. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, super cool.
They like really dialed it back after that game. They were like, oh,
yeah, because then
just
they were like,
make
okay,
cards.
tarot cards, yeah.
It's a little bit more friendly than a gun to the head and like every variation of putting
there's
a
like
gun to your
one
head.
person that puts the gun in their mouth and shoots themselves. That's fucking hardcore. Like they were really still like, yeah, because it's a hardcore demon summoning. That's the whole.
Yeah, because
it's a ritual.
It was the first like. No, not the first, but it was like the offshoot of Shin Megami Tensei. So then it was like, okay, what if Shin Megami Tensei happened in like put it in like a high school drama slice of life kind of thing, but it was still like, it was still pretty hardcore. I played Persona Q, which was on the 3DS, and the way it was like, what if the Persona 3 characters and the Persona 4 characters somehow during a school festival fell into some like time rift and had to work together to solve these Etrian Odyssey like dungeons.
Yeah.
And they had, the characters interact, and they were explaining at some point, one of the Persona 3 characters was talking about like, yeah, we put a gun to our head to like symbolize that, remember that we're gonna die, and that like everything is fucking, I don't know, just remembering our mortality, and the fact that we have the power to summon demons is fucking insane or something. It was like it was real dark. It was a real dark memento mori kind of situation,
Mm-hmm.
And the Persona 4 guys were just like, oh, well, our mascot is a bear. So
now we're getting into the real anime.
This is the Persona episode. Finally, we get to it.
Finally, we get to it.
Yeah.
I haven't played Persona 5 yet. I've seen memes and stuff, but I've been pretty good to avoid spoilers, I think.
Yeah, I hope so, dude. I hope so, because there's a hard twist, like, halfway through that's like,
well, thanks for
fuck.
spoiling the twist.
Well, I'm
sorry. Everything has a twist now. I mean, you can't really say something like, I know that, that's the argument to make when someone says something, oh, there's a twist, and then they spoil the twist. But I mean, literally everything has a twist now. Breaking Bad has a twist. Surprise. I'm sure Better Call Saul has a twist. I'm sure.
Over, like, what, 9 seasons that it has now? I thought it was a fucking prequel to Breaking Bad, but it just keeps going.
Apparently it's better. It's better than Breaking Bad.
It's better. You better call Saul. Yeah. Huh.
Anyway, sorry. There's a twist. I'm sure, I kind of figured. There was a twist in 4, spoilers.
Yeah.
There were several twists, so I assume there are several twists in 5 as well.
Yeah,
I'm sure it keeps you guessing at least till the very end.
Oh, for sure. Actually, now that you say that, yeah. It's good. It's a damn good game, dude. I really fucking liked it. I haven't finished.
But framed in like a Japanese, like a idealistic, let's be honest here, an idealistic, like a Japanese high schooler.
Yeah.
Their persona.
Exactly. I mean, kind of. They took the angle, instead of in 4 where it was just like, oh, you're gonna go live in this small dreamy town. It was like your character is the main character is like framed for some fucking shit he didn't do. So like, you can't trust adults. How do you trust adults when they look at you like you're a fucking
anime,
rebel?
I know.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. All right.
That was all
Nice.
I watched.
Yeah.
It was enough to be like, oh, I want to experience this for myself and not be spoiled.
Yeah. I watched a handful of episodes of the anime, and I was just like, they fucking blaze through some shit. So
that's kind of what I figured.
It's definitely better to play the games. Yeah.
Which is coming out on Xbox this year too. So,
oh, nice. That's what's up.
Just another company that we suck the dick of, or I suck the dick of.
No, I've
but if you have a Microsoft computer, technically you're sucking their dick too. Or if you have a Microsoft operating system installed on your computer, you're sucking their dick.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've talked up Game Pass like a million fucking times on this show, so since
episode 1,
I think so.
That includes me too, but like, God, they're getting their where's our fucking Game Pass paycheck? Give me like 3 months free.
Dude,
at
for
least.
real, I've been paying $9.99 for the last like 12 and a half months, man. Fuck.
But it never feels like too much, doesn't.
No, and even when I don't like use it that much, I'm still like, yeah, this is a worthy fucking, I'll pay $10 for this. Like, even if I don't.
Coming from the guy that still fucking is subscribed to Discord Nitro.
Oh shit!
It's one of those things that I always forget about, and I did it at the end of the month, which I shouldn't have, because at that point it's like, it's just another bill. Yeah. So when I see it, it's like, God damn it, $10 a month just so I can send me or whatever emojis from other servers, and
so
I mean the
emojis.
Yes,
and I'm like, fuck, I can't fucking I can't even I don't know if I could even click it to put a 2 underneath it.
I don't think you can. It's really shitty. We shouldn't use Discord, but we do. I don't know. It's weird. It's like, back when I first started playing World of Warcraft, the big thing to use at the time was TeamSpeak or Ventrilo, but those were only voice. I think they had chat channels, or they eventually added them, but they all died out after Steam came along, and everybody went to Steam, and they were like, oh, this is great, but then it was like not so great, really.
Yeah.
It was more like, this is the only option we have now, because all these other companies are going out of business, and I don't know. Discord is I don't know.
I
I just picked it randomly one day and was like, oh, this looks fun.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll install it too. And I was like, oh, it's actually pretty decent. It's not terrible.
I mean, it's
But I
not because
don't-
we don't use it like it should be used.
That's exactly. Yeah, I was about to say that.
We
I
only
don't
use it to talk to each other, and like we have another private Discord server that we don't ever use anymore. But
Yeah,
you know,
like I would feel really weird buying a game and then it's like join our Discord, and I'm like I'm gonna fucking join their Discord and. Just
but the
be
thing
like,
is,
hey,
that's
guys, I
that's
bought
like
this
the best
game
way to
too.
talk to devs now. Is through
Really?
Discord. Yeah. I mean, like, case in point, a game I bring up a lot, RuneScape. The 2007 version, although it's more its own thing now. But
like
all
old
their
school
stuff is
RuneScape?
done on Reddit and Discord. I mean, that's like the only way to get or Twitter. Twitter is another way to do it.
Yeah, but fuck Twitter. Everybody who's listening to this knows our stance on Twitter. Fuck that shit, dude. Even if Elon buys it, I don't know if I'm gonna fucking get back on Twitter. Maybe.
I don't think he is. I think he pulled
Yeah.
out. I'm pretty sure that was all just one big ploy to like raise the price of it, and then he just sold it. I don't know. It just seems like he was like, I'm gonna buy it. Oh, now I'm not, and the price tanked like right after that.
And his reason for not buying it was just like, oh, there's way too many bots. And then it's like, oh.
Joe Rogan told me not to.
Yeah.
He said he had called him up, and he was like, no, don't do that.
Don't do it.
Don't buy
do
Twitter.
It, Joe.
Check out this video. Jamie, pull that up. And then he watched like a video about like that monkey that's been going around. He like slides up to the window and turns around, shows his butt. That's great. That's awesome viral
That's
marketing.
Hell yeah.
Everyone's gonna talk about that. We talk about it.
Fuck yeah. Dude, his last episode, I just listened to it today. It was all about like UFO shit. He's back on the UFO train, dude. And now I'm hyped on UFOs. And I'm like, I'm over here trying to fucking manifest a UFO sighting in my life so that I have something interesting to fucking talk about on the podcast. You know what I mean?
He needs to get Alex Jones back on.
Dude, for
After
real.
this whole trial, he needs to get him back on. I would pay to hear that episode. I really would. I want to see what he has to say. I want to see. Kizzy says some crazy shit. That's his thing. He just says crazy fucking shit just to say it. Like, I feel like he knows.
He really does. Like, that's the secret, is just saying crazy ass shit, man. Getting the audience, and then, like, I don't know, tapering off after that, I guess. But
it seemed like, I don't know. Because I didn't watch any of that Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial.
Oh, I watched way too much
that got
of it.
brought up a lot, but this is actually a trial I've been watching. Kind of like, not a whole lot, but I'll check out clips and stuff.
There's an Alex Jones trial, is what you're saying?
Oh yeah, he's for that Sandy Hook stuff.
Oh,
way
for
back
real?
when. Yeah.
Oh man,
All
that
that
was like
defamation.
his one mega super bad mistake. Was that shit? Oh man.
So yeah, that's been like I've watched a couple, like not all the way through, but I'll catch bits of the Zoom. Because it's all been broadcast on Zoom. And there was like a point where
God, really?
he seemed
Fuck
like
that.
a human being, actually. He like, through the whole trial, he's had like this cough. And like, so that way he couldn't, answer stuff. Like he would just cough a lot. And at one point, like the parents of one of these children that he, from the Sandy Hook massacre, like they offer him a bottle of water and he takes it and it looks like he has a genuine moment with them. But then like right after that, he's like, after you've been showing all these fake videos, all this fake shit, just, it was so weird to watch him go from like, he actually looked like a personable human being. And then he just immediately flipped a switch and he was Alex Jones again and fucking was going on some crazy tirade. It's been
I had no idea this was going on. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to have to watch some shit because, I got too deep into the fucking Johnny Depp trial, man, and I feel disgusting about it. So I have to get into the Alex Jones trial because
there's always got to be a trial going on. There always has to be something to keep the news, the big fucking grinding gears of the news media going. Yeah. 24 hours a day.
Yeah, something
And you
to
have a
distract us from
high-profile
the...
court case that's perfect, you know. Casey Anthony, O.J. Simpson, Shigeru Miyamoto.
Right. What did Miyamoto do? Did he have a court? You have a court case?
Actually, there was a court case way back when Donkey Kong the game came out, because
Really?
Universal had, you know, at that point they had made King Kong, and it was, you know, huge, super huge movie. And then this little game company in Nintendo releases Donkey Kong. It gets very popular. There was like a IP copyright case, a really big case with like the dude that Kirby is named after, actually. Their lawyer,
really?
attorney for Nintendo of America. His last name was Kirby, and so what's his name? Iwata, the guy that did Smash, named a character after him. Anyway, it was all about IP law, but it was a big case too.
Damn. I didn't know that, but I guess that makes sense if you make a movie called King Kong and then some Japanese company comes along and they're like, hey, what about Donkey Kong? And it's also about a giant ape who climbs a tower.
And it's still way more successful now, I would say.
Super successful.
At least in the public eye.
Yeah, 1,000%. I mean, everybody knows who King Kong is, but
Everybody's seen that meme with
one.
Donkey Kong smiling, and it says "expand dong," but with like letters from the, you know, all the different franchises that Donkey Kong had been a spinoff in. Everyone knows Donkey Kong, and like you say, King Kong, and I guess like film aficionados would probably know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, most people know who King Kong is.
When was the last good King Kong movie? The Peter Jackson one?
Well, the Kong Skull Island.
Oh, yeah,
sick.
That's right. That was...
And then King Kong Godzilla vs. Kong was pretty
That's
okay.
Right. Okay.
And they made King Kong the winner in that, and I was just like, God damn it, dude. Godzilla would have won. But
Godzilla should have won. He's a
personal opinion.
thermonuclear super beast.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Godzilla's a walking embodiment of criticism on nuclear weapons. Like, what the fuck is King Kong a metaphor for? Big bad monkeys? I mean, come on.
Big bad, that's all you need, and I'm signed up.
I guess it's real simple. You don't really need a metaphor.
Big bad
for King
monkey,
Kong,
pretty woman, that's all you need.
I guess. I mean, I prefer metaphors to real life, I guess. That's my fatal flaw, you know? I realize it as I make journal entries that I just write shit in metaphor all the time, and I'm like, well, okay. I know what the fuck I mean, but in 30 years or whatever when I'm dead, that's that's a short span. Whenever I'm dead and somebody finds my journals and they're like, what the fuck? Why is he writing extended metaphors all the time in his journals? That's just me, dude. That's the truth. That's Truth Island coming out in me right now. I just write in
Truth
metaphor
Island
all the time. It just sounds good. I feel like I don't know. I understand it. I feel like too much of this world is metaphor and illusion. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I have a simple monkey brain. Just spell it out for me for once. I don't need to know the nuance. I don't need to know any of the nitty-gritty details. Just fucking tell me, is that an apple or is it not? I need to know. I can't think for myself. I have too much to think about. Too many thoughts.
Yeah. Well, that's why I think when I'm like, well, the apple, what that represents is fruit. But that really represents is knowledge, my friend.
And sin.
And sin. And the bringing about of the dirty knowledge of life and death, and the fact that we're mortal. Again, memento mori, I say.
Which means memento mori.
Yeah, it means remember your death. Remember your death. Or something like that. Basically, just remember that you're gonna fucking die one day, and that you need to seize the moment. Carpe diem. There's another Latin phrase that is, adjacent to that. But
Carpe
whatever.
diem?
Yeah, carpe diem. Seize the day. Yeah. That's
Uh-oh. I didn't silence my phone.
Oh shit. Well, I didn't. I couldn't
Uh-oh.
hear it, so it's okay.
No, that's
We'll
good.
see in the
Yeah,
the recording
yeah, it'll
later.
be in
I don't
post.
give a fuck.
That's a Patreon exclusive.
That-
I'm always afraid to put my phone into, like, because they're, on the iPhone, these new models, they have a dedicated switch.
Oh, now I heard it.
Yep, that was Facebook.
Yep.
Someone was FaceTiming me. Because I'm super
Wow.
popular and people want to look at my face all the time.
You
I'm
have
very
a bunch
handsome.
of friends. Yeah, you are very handsome, dude. I will say.
You know that Chad meme?
Uh-huh.
Well, I look like that, but without all the Photoshop. Because there's a ton of Photoshop on that.
Without the Photoshop. So, like, even more beautiful. Because the Photoshop is arguably disgusting.
It's artificial. It's fake. It's
artificial.
It's what they want you to see.
Nobody has a jawline like that IRL.
No. His head literally looks like it's connected to his shoulder. It's so bad. Like, when you really look at it, it's very obviously Photoshopped. But there are people that think that, it is a real dude, but he is just extremely heavily Photoshopped.
Yeah, he is. And,
I think he's embarrassed about being the Chad meme because it gets associated with a lot of alt-right stuff.
Yeah, it really does.
Like, oh, you're homophobic, and then it's just the Chad meme face.
Man, I think it's a good thing that the Chad meme is like a dude with a very strong jaw. I have a very strong jaw, is why I say that. And I'm a narcissist, and I think that
you do have
I have a good jaw. But the problem is that strong jaw from a distance, and when I was in elementary school, I would get made fun of, and people said that I had an underbite. And I don't have an underbite. I just have a very strong jaw.
People were like, hey, like around Christmas time, like, hey, you want to crack some chestnuts for me,
Dude,
Mr.
I
Strong
got that
Jaw,
a lot.
Mr.
I did
Nutcracker.
get that a lot.
I really didn't think so. I thought that would be a funny bit because that just seems ridiculous to say to another human being. It's like, oh wow, you've got such a strong, chiseled jawline. You want to crack this fucking walnut for me?
Elementary school kids are brutal, dude.
That's true. They are. They're very brutal.
And then, back in the day, I had no fucking self-confidence and no self-respect, so, like, everything was an insult. And, it was like, was I quote-unquote bullied? Maybe a little bit, but, like, looking back on it, I really probably wasn't bullied all that much. Like, just a few remarks that really cut me to the bone, but that's because I was a sensitive little bitch who had no, like, strong father figure in my life that I could say that I wasn't afraid of, you know what I mean? Like...
Truth Island, folks.
Truth Island, folks. This is the therapy episode. Therapy
episode. Therapy episode. We said this would be a special episode before the show even started.
You did say it was going to be a special episode.
Little did you know it would be the therapy episode.
It would be the unzipped me and you're getting to the core of my fucking trauma episode.
Going to self-introspection bay.
Take a dip in the waters of reality.
There you go. Yep, that's it.
In self-introspection bay.
You didn't know we were coming here, but much like Rape Island, it's a surprise.
Oh, God damn it. You got me. Yep.
Midwest scumbags, folks. Midwest scumbags. That's what we're all about.
This is the show. Welcome to the show, everybody. Thanks for listening to the intro.
The third intro.
Anyway, the only reason I bring all that up is because I wrote a lengthy 3-page journal entry about it today. So
oh my.
That's why, I really, like, I talk about my journaling habit. Journaling is a very good thing. I will say that if you don't journal, you should really try. You should
I would
sit
say,
down.
like, yeah. Go ahead.
Just sit down and just write what you're thinking and what you're feeling and get it out on paper so that it doesn't ruminate in your mind all day and you're sitting there, or like you just keep suppressing it with alcohol and drugs and stuff. Get it the fuck out of your head. You know what I mean? And then things are just way better. Things like my life has been fantastic since I've started this journal like 3 years ago or something like that. I'm getting to the end of it. I need a new notebook, but like a page every, I mean, it's been infrequent, but I always put the dates on them and stuff. I've been writing a lot more recently, but just fucking give it a shot, you know? I know a lot of people, writing isn't their forte and whatever. Just fucking try. You know what I mean? Just try.
Take a nice warm bath, drink a glass of wine, drink a whole bottle of wine. I bet you'll feel like you want to say something after that. And then go from there, you know. You do the first page and the second page comes easier, and every page after that, you know. Eventually you've got like 7 books and another one you're not ever going to finish.
Yep, and you publish it. Amazon will publish fucking anything, and then maybe like 5
they really
or 6
will,
people
won't they?
buy it.
I'm surprised they haven't like done their own Harry. I guess actually big news today. Actually topical for the first time on West Scumbags. HBO and I believe Disney are merging.
What?
Yeah.
What
like
the
HBO
fuck?
Max is going to be a thing. It's going to like merge with Disney Plus, and it's going to be part of that.
What? How? What?
I think it literally just happened today. It was, I mean, I haven't looked up the details, but apparently they're going to merge, and HBO Max is not going to be a thing anymore. That was like the big thing going around the internet. I didn't look into it all that much, but
HBO is my number 1 streaming platform right now. Are you
really? I
fucking
would have
kidding
thought it would
me?
be Crunchyroll.
Well, okay, Crunchyroll is probably actually number 1, but HBO is my number 1 non-anime streaming platform.
Like
right
the one
now.
you would show to a girlfriend the first time if you
Yeah.
didn't think if you were like kind of unsure that she liked anime and you were like, oh hey, you know.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Naruto? And she's like, you know, there's either like
Naru
3 ways
what?
that can
and you're
go.
like,
Yeah.
let me put on Westworld. Sorry.
That's one way it could go. Is like Naru what? And then the other one's like she's also pretending that she doesn't know what anime is, but she's like a Naruto super fan.
Like she has a whole Hinata cosplay, and I'm like, you are my dream woman, but.
And then there's also she's a casual fan, which that might be the worst of all 3.
That's probably the worst of them, where she's like, yeah, believe it. And I'm like, that was from the original
Yeah.
Naruto. Like, are you kidding me? You don't even own an Akatsuki robe right now. Like, get the fuck out of here. Akatsuki. I'm saying that really weird. Akatsuki. It means red moon, is what that means. But they have red clouds on their robe, you know. Fucking Sasuke's older brother and freaky shark guy and half plant dude and Pain. The guy's name is just Pain.
Pain?
Yeah.
He's a big 3 Days Grace fan.
Yeah.
He was probably realistically written before that was even a band.
No, he wasn't. Like the
Really? Oh,
that's Shippuden, bro.
Oh, okay,
I mean,
yeah, all right, yeah.
Like Shippuden launched in 2007, which means realistically the writer had an idea for Pain around 2006, 2005. 3 Days Great. Oh shit! Actually, when did that song come out? Now that you say that, maybe that predated it. Was that the 1X album? The only album I know.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I want to say that's like 2009-ish. 2008, 2009. So maybe.
1X album. Wikipedia is the second studio album. Canadian rock band. They're Canadian?
You sound so offended.
I know. I'm saying that's just surprising to me. Released June 13th, 2006. Oh,
wow.
shit.
Really? Way earlier.
Oh,
Holy
shit. He has the writer of that anime has a solid claim that he created that character before the song Pain came out. Wow.
God, all those people that made those Naruto AMVs back then, they're in shambles right now. They only used Linkin Park, though. Like,
yeah, they did. But
3 Days Grace wasn't on the radar yet. It was all about fucking, like, Linkin Park and In the End and... God. So
kept everything inside, even though I tried. It all fell apart. I don't know
would
what
eventually
that
be
was,
a memory. God damn it. Rest in peace, Charles. Rest in peace, or no, what's his name? God damn it.
The Rev? No, that's Avenged Sevenfold.
I think it is. I think his name. I was thinking Linkin Park's lead singer.
Oh shit! Did he die?
He committed suicide a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh man. Why is it like every really sad band has like one band member who like dies or commits suicide?
Probably, I mean, you just answered your own question in the question. Why does every
because they're really
band?
sad.
Because probably the lyricist is the one singing, and they're usually the one to go. I mean, the Rev from A7X, it was natural causes for him, wasn't it, or was it suicide?
I don't think it was suicide. I think it was an accident.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember.
He was
to
Cliff
be honest.
Burtoned.
Yeah, he was Cliff Burtoned. That's a good
after
pull,
that they started
bro.
to suck real bad.
Yeah, that is. A lot of people don't know. I know that like Metallica has a resurgence because Stranger Things apparently used Master of Puppets, and so that's a big TikTok thing
Burton
now.
Was alive.
That was the tour that Cliff Burton died on. Was the Master of Puppets tour?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
But they had recorded Ride the Lightning already. Right?
Yeah, Ride the Lightning was their second album.
Oh yeah, okay.
And I think And Justice followed
right.
Master of Puppets.
It was the Black Album.
Not Master of Puppets. Yeah, it was Master of Puppets.
Yeah.
Black Album was where they got Trujillo, I think.
Man.
I think.
I
did a whole report on Metallica. I was really, really into Metallica in high school, you guys. So I actually know the band members' names. I can't say the same for like any other band besides maybe the Doors, Ray Manzarek.
Yeah, no,
Robbie
I think
Krieger.
about it, I can't either.
Those are really the only like band members I know.
It's always the front man that gets the most. You know,
Yeah.
I think like thinking about that. I think like I was thinking of bands. Do I know every member? I mean, for any band, no, but I can think of the front man for a lot of bands. You know.
Good on you, because I don't know the front man of a lot of bands. It's like I know all the band members of a few bands, but not anybody of any other band. I guess. I don't know, dude. It's just the way I think.
Is this
I like
the first time we've ever talked about music on the show?
No, it's like, I mean, we talked a little bit about music in the past because we've mentioned that we haven't talked about music.
Oh, yeah, we talked about like Necrogoblicon a couple times.
Yeah,
I'm sure we talked about the Mars Volta.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe not. I don't know. We talked about music a tiny bit enough.
But we started this podcast in mind with talking about music, and I know for the longest time after we started it, we never brought music up at all.
Yeah.
So anytime we bring it up, I'm just thinking of when we last talked about we haven't talked about Metallica, so that obviously was good.
We haven't talked about Metallica
conversation, you know.
Right.
You've seen them live, haven't you?
Yeah, dude, 2008 Death Magnetic tour. I was at the same concert in Kansas City as Meat Canyon, apparently.
Oh, really?
So,
wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to Meat Canyon.
Shout out to Meat Canyon. I learned about that from his podcast, but I stopped listening to his podcast like
because he dunked on anime.
Yes, honestly, it was he was dunking on like Squid Games at the time, and I hadn't watched Squid Games, so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna listen to this until I finish it, because he was getting into spoiler territory, and then I just didn't pick it up after that. So he did have some very strong negative opinions about Demon Slayer and like anime in general, and I was like, I don't agree with this, but. It was mostly the Squid Games thing that I stopped for a minute, and I was like, okay, I'll get back to it after I watched Squid Games, and then I never picked it back up because we started our own podcast, and it's way better.
It is way better.
We're way better than a famous YouTube animator and two
He's
other
a YouTube
famous
animator. That
YouTube
is actually
animators.
kind of crazy, though. I mean, because those guys all died off. Like, it was like after Newgrounds, and then YouTube took off. A bunch of the Newgrounds people migrated there. Dude that made Smiling Friends actually migrated to YouTube.
And for was he a Newgrounds guy?
Yeah, Zach Hadel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's one of the writers or co-creators.
Huh.
But
I didn't know that.
He was yeah. I don't know if he was super big on YouTube or Newgrounds, but he got his start there, like a lot of dudes did. Animators, at least, because everyone used Flash and.
Yeah, Flash animation. Shout out to Flash and Adobe, Adobe Flash. I guess I never got to use it when it was still Flash. It was like Adobe Animate is when it turned into when I started like fucking around with it because I got it for free with my college tuition, and I didn't do anything with it. So whatever. It's cool. It's really cool, and like it takes a lot of effort. Like for real, you have to fucking put in effort to be good at it. And I never learned how to put in effort in anything in my life. So that harkens back to the whole. Harkens back to the whole father figure who I was afraid of my whole life. Like I never learned how to stick to one thing and be good at it because I never got praise for anything that I did. So anyway,
and how does that make you feel?
Anyway, Metallica, Death Magnetic Tour. That was the concert. That was my first concert actually in 2008. So,
oh, nice. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. It was a good show.
It's too bad their drummer ruined everything for everybody online ever.
I mean, Lars is kind of a douche, but,
That's all I've ever heard about the band. I mean, I think I watched a rockumentary. God, it feels weird to say out loud. On Metallica, but it was many years ago. But I got the vibe that he was kind of a dick.
Yeah.
But, he's also a very good manager, because he's their manager, right? Or he has a managerial role in their stuff.
He was like, it was like him and James Hetfield founded the band and
kicked Dave Mustaine of all people out.
Yeah, they kicked Dave Mustaine out, dude. And he was
like, "Fuck you! I'll make my own thrash metal band. It's gonna be awesome."
And I'm gonna name it Megadeth. That way, it's alphabetically right in front of Metallica.
Yeah, I never thought about that, but you're right. I'm gonna get my pilot's license. I'm gonna be able to take us on our own tours. Fuck you. And he did it. I mean, can't say he didn't.
Did. His band is solid. I mean, Megadeth is really good. I saw them play with I went to an Iron Maiden concert, and Megadeth played before them, and they were good. They're a good band. Mm-hmm. I didn't get super deep into them because I was a fucking Metallica fanboy, but Megadeth is cool. I don't hate them. I don't hate on Dave Mustaine or anything.
I mean, it's been 30 plus years now.
Honestly,
I think you can let it
thrash
go.
Metal is, yeah. That's like late 80s, early 90s stuff to be like, oh, you like Megadeth but not Metallica, you fucking loser. Like, nobody's having...
nobody gives a shit about them anymore because they're not, I mean, sorry, I'm not being, mean there, but really, I mean, it's all the old heads are dying. We're getting
really
too old to
are.
even remember what Metallica is.
They really are, dude.
And
Yeah.
plus, they're getting old. I mean,
They're old. Fuck, dude.
they've been doing like the stadium thing for a while now. Metallica has. They like
Yeah.
you have
for a
to pay
long
primo
time.
bucks to get up close. It's
Yeah.
not like some local show where you can get up in front of the stage and have the dude spit on you if you want, because that's cool.
Yeah, like you can still feel the pyrotechnics from the seats towards the back. You know what I mean? You don't have to be straight up front.
Wasn't the lead singer of Metallica, wasn't he hurt by their pyrotechnics?
Yes. I'm glad you picked up on that. I wrote a paper on them in high school, so I remember.
I know
some of the
like
major
tangential
events.
bitch about their
Yeah.
history.
Yeah,
So,
he
that was
got
one thing.
fucked up by like just a mistake in their pyrotechnics.
That's why he
standing
doesn't
under
really do the
wrong
growls
jet.
anymore, right?
I think so. Like
'Cause
really
he inhaled some
burned up
flame.
his arms.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's why he wears that's when he started wearing the big, like, the giant sweatbands that were kind of like the emo, like, arm warmers, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Because he started wearing those after that incident because it like, fucked up his arms. He inhaled some real hot air and it fucked up his lungs. Yeah.
That sucks.
Right? Shout out to James Hetfield. Big fan of the show.
Yeah, big fan of the show. Come on anytime you want, buddy.
Open
Let's get it all out
invitation.
there.
Yeah, Truth Island. We'll take a ferry over to Thrash Metal Isle and we'll talk it out on. That was stupid. I'm sorry.
Thrash Metal
Apologize.
Island, really?
Thrash Metal Isle. Yeah.
Isle. Oh, okay.
Isle. Yeah, which is really close to Island. I know when I wrote that one down, that was fucking stupid. I'm sorry. I tried to shoehorn it in, and I'm not funny, so.
Oh, this is the therapy episode, so get it all out there.
This is
It's
the
all right.
therapy episode, ladies and gentlemen. I have stepdaddy issues, so, and I think I'm over it now. I journaled about it, so like it's okay. You know?
Journals help. They do. They really do.
They honestly do. Like legit drop all of the fucking bullshit for a second. You should try to journal if you have any kind of sad, negative thoughts, or like if you think too much, if you have issues and you don't really want to talk to a therapist about it because it's expensive as fuck, or you don't want to talk to your friends because it might be embarrassing, try to just
Talk
write
to
it down.
yourself. Talk to yourself.
Talk to yourself. You know, I think it helps.
Unless you're like schizophrenic and you're writing weird symbols on the wall and on the ceiling and on your bathroom floor, in the mirror with lipstick. I mean,
You're
everywhere.
making Elder Futhark runes into the fucking. You're carving them into your skin. That's probably bad.
Probably not healthy. That might be a little toxic.
Yeah.
Toxic behavior. Which is what we look to correct on, whatever, wherever we are, therapy volcano.
We're at the therapy volcano right now. The caldera of feel better about putting all of your trauma out into the internet forever. That's the title of... It's the title. I'm gonna fucking cry. Anyway. Do you have any childhood trauma that you want to fucking put out into the world, Skylar? So that you don't have to. I'm just asking if there's been something on your mind recently that you're like, maybe I need to put this out onto a podcast that'll live forever on the internet.
Yeah, just one thing. I had a very good childhood that was very not traumatic at all. I got everything I ever wanted. I was spoiled. I had the silver spoon in my mouth from day one.
I see. Must be nice.
It was nice. It was great.
Nice.
Was no childhood trauma, no repressed anything. Just good old, good life.
Yeah.
Been good.
I mean, we didn't bring it up when we had our trip to Rape Island, so like that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, we got it all out on Rape Island.
We got it all.
By the way, your hour is up, Mr. Elliot.
Well,
I've got another
yeah,
client
you're right.
coming in a couple minutes, and you will be billed for the next hour because we are 10 seconds over.
Oh fuck. Well, shit.
I'll get in touch with your insurance, but we both know that it's not going to go through. So expect a bill for about $500 to $600 in the next 3 to 7 business days. I'm not going to tell you when. I'm not going to tell your bank when, but anytime between now and then, expect $500 at least.
You know what? Fuck this show. Fuck this therapy session. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go drink a bottle of Robitussin and slap my kid around for losing his Switch. So, whatever.
You can also get morning glory seeds off Amazon if you crush those up with a mortar and pestle, and snort them. That will also get you high. Also, it's an hour and 1 minute, so I'll be billing you for the next hour as well. Good day, Mr. Elliot.
If you're doing it, stop it. Get some help.